For years, Shuyak Island in Alaska's Kodiak archipelago was seen as a quiet wilderness, its past seemingly empty, its story untold. But a recent archaeological discovery has changed everything, unveiling secrets buried for thousands of years beneath the island's mossy surface. Led by Patrick Saltonstall, curator of archaeology at the Kodiak Museum, a multi-year survey has uncovered what may be the island's oldest known settlement, dating back approximately 70 years. These findings are rewriting what we thought we knew about Native American history in Alaska. The survey, focusing on the island's little-studied eastern shores, revealed dozens of undocumented village sites. One in particular stood out, a 70-year-old settlement, the earliest evidence of human habitation on Shuyak Island ever discovered. Shuyak, known in the Alutiiq language as Suak, meaning rising out of the water, was long considered sparsely populated. Today, it's known for Shuyak Island State Park, a haven for kayakers and nature love. But new evidence shows that its past was far more populated and vibrant than once believed. Shuyak Island has always sort of been a place where it seemed like there were fewer people, Saltonstall said. But what you actually find often doesn't match your preconceptions. One of the most remarkable discoveries was a site with 11 house pits, indicating that around 200 to 300 people lived there roughly 300 years ago. Yet it was the much older site that stunned researchers and offered a glimpse into the island's ancient human history. The Alutiiq or Sugpiaq people have lived in the Kodiak archipelago for at least 500 years. These recent findings shed new light on how they adapted and thrived in Alaska's harsh coastal environment. The newly discovered settlements challenge long-standing assumptions about how densely populated the archipelago was in ancient times. The presence of multiple village sites, including the 70-year-old community, suggests Shuyak Island once played a much larger role in regional indigenous history than previously thought. Historical records also point to the island's rich past. At one time, Shuyak was home to several thriving villages with established social and economic networks. One such village had direct contact with Russian fur trader Grigory Shelikov in the late 1700s, revealing the extent of indigenous trade networks across the region. But with contact came conflict. Tensions rose after local villagers killed 2 Russian workers and an interpreter. In response, Shelikov retaliated by destroying the village. Not long after, the remaining communities abandoned the island, bringing an end to permanent indigenous settlement on Shuyak Island. In modern times, concerns over site preservation grew following the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill. Many feared coastal archaeological sites were at risk of washing into the sea. Surprisingly, however, natural forces have since worked in favor of preservation. The land has been rising since the 1964 earthquake, outpacing sea level rise, Saltonstall explained. Now we're seeing grass stabilizing the beaches, which is good news for site preservation. This shift has protected valuable archaeological sites, making it easier for researchers to study the past without losing key evidence to erosion. It also ensures that cultural materials remain intact for future generations to learn from. Molly Odell, director of archaeology at the Kodiak Museum, highlighted another benefit: reduced risk of disturbance from visitors. These sites are not only safer but also less likely to be disturbed by people collecting artifacts, she said. Odell stressed the importance of respecting these cultural treasures. We urge people to leave cultural materials where they find them and report any findings to the museum, she added. Public cooperation, she emphasized, is key to preserving the island's deep heritage. The archaeological work on Shuyak Island is the result of a strong collaboration between the Kodiak Museum and Alaska State Park. This partnership shows how indigenous communities and government agencies can work side by side to protect and explore cultural history. Together, they've ensured that the research is carried out with respect for Kodiak values while meeting scientific standards. To help share these discoveries with the public, plans are underway for a new archaeology exhibit at the Big Bay Ranger Station. The goal is to offer visitors a deeper connection to the island's ancient past and highlight the resilience and innovation of the people who once lived there. The exhibit will showcase artifacts, photos, and interactive displays, offering a vivid picture of life on Shuyak Island thousands of years ago. Through this educational initiative, today's visitors will better understand the significance of these sites not just as remnants of history, but as living links to the heritage of the Alutiiq people. Thanks to dedicated researchers and unexpected shifts in the land, Shuyak Island's long-hidden past is finally coming to light. What was once believed to be a quiet, sparsely populated corner of Alaska has revealed itself to be a place of community, resilience. The island may seem still and silent today, but beneath its surface lies the powerful story of a people who called it home for millennia.